मिडियान हो इश्यू जितलो लावन धरला कित दिसता चड केलें काय इट इज जस्टिफाइड?
Absolutely
or this was our test?
This was absolutely justified, and I think because it was your acid test
Yes.
of the media, you went even more overboard in trying to sort of, expose the total discrepancy and the total hypocrisy, frankly, of Tarun Tejpal and Shoma Chaudhary. I think the media in this particular thing, by their debates, by highlighting this issue, has done a phenomenal job. I think it is a job that required to be done. Prima facie, as I say, we can't, we are no one to declare Tarun Tejpal guilty, but prima facie, this man obviously looks like he has done a crime. There can be no, debate on this. The media has highlighted it. I think the media has sort of, cultivated the public opinion as such, the public outrage. And in many ways, the politicians are perhaps latching onto this public outrage and accordingly acting. I just don't know why they should be shy about the fact that they are acting because of public outrage. It's an outrageous crime. Let's face it, it's an outrageous crime. But in the same breath, there are so many other outrageous crimes that occur in Goa which are handled with kid gloves. That is also a reality.
एक गजाल सांगात, सदांच जेन्ना ट्रायल बाय मिडिया म्हणटात तेन्ना मिडियाचेर इवन आदोगाद टिका करतात की कोर्टाक करपाक दिया, तुमी कित्याक करतात, तर तुमी आहात न्ही, आमी कित्याक करपाक जाय ती. आज जेन्ना ट्रायल जाता तरुण तेजपालाची एका मिडिया पर्सनाची मिडिया कडच्यानच, तेन्ना कशें दिसता?
पळय, एविडन्स जो पर्यंत नासता, मिडिया कडेन एविडन्स नासलो किंवा जे आयकून केल्ल्यो गजाली आसता पळय ताचेर जजमेंटल जावप इज अकॉर्डिंग टू मी रॉंग. मिडिया देर इज अ रिस्ट्रेंट which media should also have it. But if media does not act, if media is not part of such things to bring it to the light of to the people, then how will people know? आज जर मिडियाचो ह्या गोष्टीन रोल पळयलो जाल्यार जो रोल मिडियान जो प्ले केला तो जर जावन आशिल्लो जाल्यार probably this crime would have been hushed up
under the carpet, 100%.
because it is very sad that another lady who is supposed to have had knowledge of this did not come forth to support another lady.
शोमा चौधरीच्या अगेन्स्ट FIR रजिस्टर करपाचो गोंय पुलिसेक अधिकार आनी तितली मटेरियल आसा?
म्हज्या कोतान ना. She has been a part of organization to whom somebody reported. Now only duty cast on her is that if there is some crime which has happened, if she had knowledge, she could have informed it. But there is no destruction of evidence.
For instance, I've spoken to a lot of women's organizations people, for instance. ते खूप फावटी असता की कोणाचो बलात्कार जालो, कोणाचो हॅरेसमेंट जालो पळय बायलेचो, ते येतात आनी खंयचे संघटना या महिला संघटना आसा पळय तांकां सांगतात. डजंट मीन टू से that every महिला संघटन is supposed to be duty bound to go and report that to the police. So similarly, I don't think this whole FIR and this whole anger against Shoma Chaudhary is anger against Tehelka that is manifested by the right wing group. So there has to be a distinction about that. FIR against Shoma Chaudhary I think is a little too rich. But going after Tarun Tejpal is absolutely.
एक गजाल सांग, एक मीडिया पर्सन म्हणून विचारता की जेन्ना आमच्यातल्याच एकट्यान अशें कर्म केलें, आमी सगळे जाण एक जाले आनी तुटून पडले, कोणूच ताका प्रोटेक्ट करपाक गेलो ना, कोणूच गेलो ना प्रोटेक्ट करपाक, युनियनिमसली तुटून पडले. हे पॉलिटिशियन्साच्या बाबतीत कित्याक जायना? जेन्ना तुमचे मदलो एकटो ते मागीर स्नूपगेट आसूं किंवा आनी खंयचें आसूं, तुमी सगळे जाण पयलीं ताका डिफेंड करपाक कित्याक वतात? जे मिडिया करपाक शकता आपल्या मनशा खातीर, ते पॉलिटिशियन आपली पार्टी भितर कित्याक करपाक शकनात?
तशें पळोवंक वचत जाल्यार तेजे व्हेरीफाय केल्या उपरांत तेजेर एक्शन जी जावपाक जाय ती खंयचेय पॉलिटिकल पार्टी कडल्यान आसत. आमी पळयता की प्रायमरी स्टेजीचेर दे आर व्हेरीफायींग खरेंच तेज्या कडल्यान जाल्ली चूक आसा काय ना, आनी ती एकदां चूक जर व्हेरीफाय जाली आसत म्हणजे बाबा खरेंच तेणी चूक केल्या आसत जाल्यार आफ्टर ऑल पयलीं जरी ताका सपोर्ट केलो आसत जाल्यार खंयचीय पार्टी आसूं, आयदर ऑफ एनी पार्टी, दे आर टेकिंग एक्शन, या एक्शन्स घेता.
पडटा की आपली मनशाक प्रोटेक्ट करपाक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी आसना, ते प्रोटेक्ट करतात.
ऑफकोर्स
प्रोटेक्ट करतात.
आपली पार्टी एक्शनय घेता ताजी पार्टी लेवलाचेर एक्शन.
सो काँग्रेस विल टेक एक्शन अगेन्स्ट बीजेपी पॉलिटिशियन, बीजेपी विल टेक एक्शन अगेन्स्ट काँग्रेस पॉलिटिशियन.
I am saying Congress taking action against Congress, BJP taking action against BJP, man.
Very rare unless he's caught with his hands in the till.
Completely. Unless he's Bangaru Lakshman. Unless he's Bangaru Lakshman.
When it is a प्रूव जाता की बाबा खरोखरूच ह्या मनशाची चूक आसा, त्या टायम सुरवातीच्या स्टेजीचेर जर प्रूव जावच्या पयलीं आसत, क्वायट ऑबियस घरातल्या एखाद्या मनशाचेर जेन्ना जाता आसत जाल्यार कोण ताका वाटोवपाचो प्रयत्न करिना. इट इज द सेम थिंग. आपल्या फॅमिलीचो एखादो जर मनीस आसत जाल्यार सुरवाती तेजी चूक फॅमिलीक जो पर्यंत पटना खरेंच तेणी केल्ली चूक आसा तो पर्यंत फॅमिलीतले मेंबर ताका वाटोवपाचो प्रयत्नच करतले, आनी जे दिसा ती चूक प्रूव जाली आसत दॅट टायम दे आर टेकिंग द एक्शन.
प्रायमा फेसी जेन्ना कळटा की ह्या मनशान चूक केल्या तेन्ना सुद्दां खंयच्याय पॉलिटिकल पार्टीचो पयलीं जे रिएक्शन आसता ते म्हळ्यार ताका प्रोटेक्ट करप, ताका पॉलिटिकल कॉन्स्पिरसी म्हणप आनी आमी इंटरनल प्रूफ करता म्हणून सांगप, जे एक्झॅक्टली तेहलकान केलें. ही चुकीची गजाल अशी दिसता.
आज दिल्ली जे घडलें पळय, that of course this is a crime. You are protesting against a crime, but you are committing crime against another woman. By defacing her property, which is a crime under Delhi Defacement of Property Act, must be a crime. There is other crime. You have trespassed into her house, and you are shouting slogans against a witness in this particular case. What are you trying to prove? That to bring to light one crime, you are going to commit another crime. And if this is committed, whether the party should be strong enough and bold enough to come and say, we do not agree with this kind of thing. And you should be out of the party.
At least Nitin Gadkari and Sushma Swaraj
immediately
reacted and said this is
which
not
is
a
a
party
good thing.
position.
Which is a very
Which
good
is a good
thing.
thing, but this is also because of the media. Because if you're able to
pressure.
keep quiet for too long, your focus would have been on the BJP.
जे दिल्ली झाले ते तर चुकीचे दिसता.
चुकीचे आसा
ते
ते
चुकीचे
जावपाक
आसा.
जायना आशिल्ले
हय.
कारण एखाद्या जी शीला चौधरी आसा तिच्या अगेन्स्ट ज्या पद्दतीन थंय रिएक्ट जाले ते जावपाक जायना आशिल्ले.
दुसरी गजाल काल मुख्यमंत्र्यान एक बरो प्रश्न विचारलो जेन्ना ताका सांगले की तरुण तेजपाल कोर्टा भितर सांगता की गोवा गव्हर्नमेंट आपले अगेन्स्ट सूड घेवपाक पळयता म्हण. तेन्ना मुख्यमंत्र्यान प्रश्न विचारलो की हे जेन्ना तो रजाव दिता इज ही अ स्टूज ऑफ काँग्रेस का म्हण. तुमकां खरेंच दिसता की खंय तरी तरुण तेजपालाक काँग्रेसीचें बॅकिंग इतली वर्सां आशिल्लें दिसता तातूंत चूक काय ना दिसता अशें.
खरें म्हटल्यार ह्या केसीत भारतीय जनता पार्टी आणि
ह्या
काँग्रेस
केसीक म्हणा, हा तरुण
कित्याक येता
तेजपाल पसंत
तरुण
म्हणटा.
तेजपालाच्या बाबतीत सुद्धा म्हणजे आयदर तरुण तेजपाल काँग्रेसीचो तर हा प्रश्न विचारता.
येस होच प्रश्न मुख्यमंत्र्यान काल विचारिल्लो.
बरोबर आसा कारण हांव परत तेच विचारता म्हणजे हितूर बीजेपी आणि
काँग्रेस
पळोवपाचो
सिंपथायझर
प्रश्न-
तुमकां दिसतालो इतली वर्सां
म्हाका
एंटी बीजेपी दिसतालो.
आफ्टर ऑल मिडिया जे आसा तो तेजो रोल प्ले करतालो हातूंत तो एंटी बीजेपी एंटी काँग्रेस हेजो प्रश्न येना. पूण म्हाका दिसता म्हणजे खंयसरूच हातूंत बीजेपी आनी काँग्रेस खरें म्हटल्यार येवपाक जायना. तेणी जर क्रायम केले आसत जाल्यार ताका शिक्षा मेळपाक जाय ह्या पद्दतीन जावपाक
ना म्हजो प्रश्न हो आसा जेन्ना तरुण तेजपाल कोर्टाक वचून हो आर्ग्युमेंट घालता तरुण तेजपाला स्वताची जी इंटिग्रिटी आसा एज अ जर्नलिस्ट ही इज डॅमेजिंग इट.
Yeah, of course. Definitely. I mean, I think Tarun Tejpal is finished as a journalist. That's another story. कितें आसा पळय Tarun Tejpal's politics, as I said, is essentially center of left. Okay? So when his politics itself is center of left and he articulates that particular kind of politics, it's going to be viciously against the right-wing politics. You know, if you are a Democrat in America and you follow the Democratic principles or the Democrat principles, you are going to be perceived as anti-republican. So that is a part of the journalistic position that Tarun Tejpal.
I'm not talking about a journalistic position. I'm saying it is something more than journalistic position.
No, but to actually blame the BJP for this particular, for the fact that he's being prosecuted for this crime, that I think is complete such hogwash. It's absolute rubbish. I mean, even a child will tell you that is complete rubbish. This crime has been committed by Tarun Tejpal and he has to be punished for it. Now, the BJP, in my opinion, in this particular case, can afford to gloat over it. They can be very happy about the fact that this has happened. But I only hope that they don't interfere with
by
the judicial
doing that,
process.
but by
That should
doing
not happen.
doing that, is Tarun Tejpal giving clear signals that he was, as BJP called him, a stooge of Congress all these years.
No, I don't see exactly. You know, I don't know whether it is about the stooge of Congress. All these things again will require evidence to say who's a stooge and who's not a stooge. But clearly, Tarun Tejpal represented in a very, very strident manner an anti-right-wing position. The politics of the BJP is what he completely confronted and challenged. In
Absolutely,
many ways.
that's a
Whether it was
journalistic
Bangaru
position.
Lakshman, whether Bangaru Lakshman,
That's
the
a-
Gujarat
that's a
2002
fair
right,
journalistic position.
That's a fair journalistic position that he did.
Yes, yes.
But for Tarun Tejpal, now if this, you know, for Tarun Tejpal to sort of, as Arundhati Roy has, you know, Arundhati Roy was a very good friend of Tarun Tejpal. She herself said that by this statement that the BJP is after me or this is a conspiracy by the BJP, are you making that girl who has been victimized as also a mole of the BJP?
Agent of BJP.
Agent of the BJP.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
is that what his
Yeah.
position is? So Tarun Tejpal is completely confused. He's a fox who's run out of
कितें
tricks. He's
दिसता
completely
हे
cowardly.
आर्ग्युमेंट आपल्या बेल पिटिशना भितर घालून एंटिसिपेटरी बेल पिटिशना भितर घालून तरुण तेजपाल is proving what BJP was saying all these years that he is an agent of Congress.
See, whatever he says is of no consequence when it comes to this crime. As जर ते चली, there is a crime committed against that girl. Does he mean to say that CM has brought her in this picture to register a crime against him? It's ridiculous to say something like this. She has suffered. She has suffered at the hands of this man. If at all evidence will prove that. Her statements, the statements of other persons around her will show what is the role played by Tarun in this. Now, as CM, if he has acted in a proactive manner, he has pushed it little more because he was part of, or if he was against the party. That's a different aspect of it altogether.
That's politics.
But by making a statement, politics is apart. I always feel that in this kind of a crime, politics should not be a center stage. And if it is taking center stage, media should also dissuade from giving liberties to the party to take advantage of this situation.
But as a lawyer, making that argument in his anticipatory
It's ridiculous. I don't think it can play on the mind of the court that some CM of some state will implicate you in this kind of a crime and use a girl to implicate you in this kind of a crime. It is very difficult to pursue and believe such situation.
That also for a festival that he has organized.
If you were his lawyer, you wouldn't have advised him this.
I would never take such a stand. You take a stand that you did it or you didn't do it. I mean, of course, you are going to say you have not done it, but you cannot say that I have been victimized because I have always taken particular political party's side, and that's why this particular party's CM is trying to interfere with my liberties. Then something that cannot be pursued by a prudent man, according to me. So it will be very difficult to put forth this argument before the court and get bail. Certainly not.
एक गजाल म्हाका लास्ट सांगात की तरुण तेजपाल पयले दिसा सांगता आपली CCTV फुटेज रिलीज करात तुमकां खरें कितें कळटलें आनी गव्हर्नमेंट खंयच्याच परिस्थिती भितर ते कांयच करपाक दिना हातूंतल्यान खंय तरी परत तुमी बॅकफुटार वतात तुमी खंय तरी एक गजाल जातूंतल्यान सामकें दूध का दूध पानी का पानी जावपाचें ती ओपनली मुखार हाडपाक सोदनात अशें इम्प्रेशन वतना हातूंतल्यान
बिलकुल ना म्हाका दिसता ज्या पद्दतीन त्या केसीचो स्टडी सुरू आसा त्या पद्दतीन टायम वील टेक आनी जो वेळ आसा ते वेळेचेर ते आमकां कळटलें एक्झॅक्टली त्या खातीर त्या पयलींच खंय तरी CCTV कॅमेरा जो आसा हे ओपन करून हे सत्य उघड करपाचें ना पण ज्या पद्दतीन ते केसीचो सगळी इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन सुरू आसा तेन्नाच ते ओपन जातलें अशें म्हाका दिसता.
तुवें जर फाटले हिस्ट्री पळयल्या आसत जाल्यार for sometimes when the matter is politically motivated, of course not releasing this kind of evidence at this stage means curtailing investigation process. But काय अशें आसता की फुडें कितें जाता तें जावं हे केसीचें पूण आज ह्या मनशाक आमी we will see to it that he goes to jail is an attitude which is shown by the investigating authorities in most of the matters which have political pressures. It could be one of the ways for hiding this particular evidence, but in a matter of bail this has to be produced before the judge. So it is not necessary that it has to be brought to the victim. आता accusedक दिवप किंवा accusedच्या lawyerak दिवप आणि किंवा मीडियाक दिवप. The law does not say that you are entitled for this at this stage.
Correct.
So we are not supposed to doubt attitude of police here and the way the police are handling this case. They probably want to do a proper investigation, but it could also mean that this is being done at the because of the directions of political masters.
Political masters. Okay, last एक लाईनी भितर, what do you want to tell Goa police when they are going ahead from this point?
That they are doing a fantastic job as far as Tarun Tejpal is concerned. But now, for the next case, if the person happens to be a good friend of the ruling dispensation, whichever ruling dispensation is, they have to continue to do this fantastic job. If they don't continue in the same way of doing the fantastic job, we will have to conclude that this particular probe
was politically motivated. म्हाका दिसता की खरेंच गोंय पुलिसेचें आमी अभिनंदन करतात इतली बरी केली म्हणून पण ते प्रत्येक केसी भितर जावप गरजेचें आनी एक गजाल गोंय पुलिसेन परत सिद्ध केल्या की तांणी मनार घेतल्यार ते तपास बरे भशेन करपाक शकतात. हा जर ते करपाक शकतात तो कांय गजाली भितर कित्याक जायना हाचें मातशें आत्मपरीक्षण जावचें इतलेंच हें करता. तुमी तिगी जाण आयले आनी इतली बरी मतां मांडली. थँक्स अ लॉट. पळयत रावात प्रुडंट. नमस्कार.